Welcome to Miss Row Classroom. Earlier, we completed the first two poems from the syllabus, My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das and Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Today, we will review the poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. Let's start with the poet. John Keats was an English romantic poet known for his vivid imagery and exploration of beauty and nature. His work, once met with criticism, is now celebrated for its deep emotions and poetic grace. His poem, A Thing of Beauty, is an excerpt from Endymion, a poetic romance, and draws inspiration from Greek mythology. Returning to the poem, let's begin with the summarization. A Thing of Beauty by John Keats celebrates how beautiful things bring joy and peace. Keats explains that beauty never fades. It gives us comfort and sweet dreams. Despite life's challenges and sorrows, beauty lifts our spirits. He describes beautiful things in nature like the sun, moon, trees, daffodils, and cool streams that refresh us. Keats also mentions the lasting beauty in stories of great people from the past. These beautiful things create an endless source of happiness, like a magical drink from heaven that never runs out. The poem reminds us that beauty has or is a constant uplifting presence in our lives. Let's move to the line-by-line explanation of extracts from the poem. First, we will discuss the literal interpretation of the lines, followed by the context. The first extract is an introduction to the theme of beauty. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, meaning beautiful things always makes us happy. This happiness lasts forever, never fading away. Keats starts by saying that beauty is timeless and everlasting. He suggests that appreciating beautiful things brings ongoing joy to our lives. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. Meaning, the beauty of things only grows and gets better over time. It never disappears. Beautiful things do not vanish or lose their significance. They continue to exist in our memories and experiences. The poet emphasizes that as time passes, the beauty of these things becomes even more appreciated and cherished. Keats reinforces the idea that true beauty is eternal and continues to impact us positively. But still will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Beauty provides a peaceful place, like a sheltered spot and restful sleep. Beauty brings pleasant dreams, good health, and peacefulness. The poet describes beauty as a source of tranquility and relaxation. It creates a calm environment where we can find rest. Keats suggests that the presence of beauty leads to a restful and a healthy state of mind. Analysis of the extract. John Keats, a romantic poet, often wrote about the power of beauty and nature. In this poem, he reflects on how beauty has a lasting, positive effect on our lives. The theme of beauty as something eternal and beneficial is central. Keats believes that beauty helps us cope with life's difficulties and provides us lasting joy and comfort. The second extract explains how beauty is a source of comfort and connection. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. We celebrate or create beautiful things like a flowery band every day. This flowery band represents how beauty ties us to our lives and surroundings. Keats says that we find or make beauty every day, which helps us to stay connected to the world. The poet uses this image to show how beauty keeps us connected to the world and our experiences, making life more meaningful. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures. Despite feelings of sadness and the lack of noble qualities, good things, and many dark, difficult times in the world. Keats acknowledges that even when we feel unhappy or notice a lack of goodness around us, beauty still plays a vital role. The poet continues to recognize life's challenges and negative aspects. Of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways made for our searching. Meaning, despite the unhealthy dark paths and challenges we face while searching for meaning in life. This line highlights the difficulties and hardships that people encounter. The poet is emphasizing that beauty still provides comfort and hope. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Despite all the challenges, some form of beauty helps to remove or lighten our feelings of sadness or despair. Keats believes beauty can lift our spirits and reduce our troubles by its presence. The poet concludes that beauty helps to brighten and uplift our inner selves. Analysis of the extract. John Keats views beauty as a powerful force that provides solace and connection despite life's hardships. He shows that beauty is a superficial quality and a source of a deeper comfort and resilience. This part of the poem highlights the role of beauty in overcoming difficulties and bringing comfort. It demonstrates how beauty can stabilize, helping us stay connected to life and find hope even in challenging times. The third extract showcases examples of beauty in nature. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon. The sun and the moon are examples of beauty. Trees, whether old or young, offer pleasant shade. Keats begins by mentioning the sun and the moon as timeless symbols of natural beauty that provide light and inspiration. The poet describes how trees, regardless of their age, provide a cool and comfortable place for rest, adding to the beauty of nature. For simple sheep, and such are the daffodils with the green world they live in. The shade from the trees provides shelter to the sheep. Daffodils thrive in the tree's green presence too. Keats highlights that how even animals enjoy the comforts of nature's beauty, emphasizing its universal appeal and value. Keats introduces daffodils, an example from nature that adds to the beauty of the natural world. The poet notes that the daffodils are a part of a lush green setting which enhances their beauty. And clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. Clear streams or small rivers provide or create a cool shaded place for people, sheep, and flowers. The streams provide relief from the heat of summer. Keats describes clear streams as another example of natural beauty, emphasizing its freshness and clarity. The poet illustrates how the clear streams provide a refreshing space, adding to the natural beauty of our surroundings. Keats points out that the streams help people, animals cool down during the hot weather, demonstrating their practical and aesthetic value. The mid-forest brake, rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Keats describes the forest as another example of beauty, rich with plant life and natural charm. The fragrant and lovely musk rose flowers enhance the scene's beauty. Analysis of the extract. John Keats uses these examples to illustrate how beauty is present throughout nature. He shows that beauty is not limited to one aspect, but is found in various elements of the natural world. These vivid descriptions highlight the theme of natural beauty. Keats emphasizes how different elements of nature, whether celestial bodies, trees, flowers, or streams, contribute to the prevailing sense of beauty and provide joy and comfort. The fourth extract showcases beauty in human imagination, legends, and stories. And such too is the grandeur of the tombs we have imagined for the mighty dead. The grandeur of the tombs refers to the great and impressive stories we imagine about important people from the past. These stories are beautiful and inspire us, like a never-ending source of something extraordinary. Keats extends the concept of beauty beyond nature to the grand and awe-inspiring stories we create about important figures and their destinies. The poet refers to how we remember and idealize the lives and legacies of historical or heroic figures. Keats points out that literature and storytelling provide a rich source of beauty through engaging and inspiring content. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink. These beautiful tales are like an infinite source of beauty. The poet uses this metaphor to illustrate how these stories provide endless inspiration and nourishment for the soul, much like a never-ending source of refreshing water or elixir, pouring onto us from the heaven's brink. This beauty and inspiration flow to us as from the edge of heaven. Keats suggests that these tales and stories come from a divine or celestial source, adding a sense of sacredness and grandeur to their beauty. Analysis of the extract. John Keats explores how beauty transcends nature and enters the realm of human creativity and imagination. He shows that the stories and ideas we create about great figures and their legacies also contribute to our sense of beauty. The conclusion highlights that beauty is not only in the natural world, but also in humanity's artistic and imaginative creations. Keats believes stories and legends enrich our lives and offer eternal inspiration and joy. Next, let's shift to the analysis of the poem. First, the tone of the poem. The tone of the poem is optimistic, contemplative, and celebratory. It celebrates the idea that beauty in nature and stories can bring joy and comfort to our lives. The poem expresses a sense of wonder and appreciation for the beauty surrounding us, whether in nature or the inspiring stories we share. Second, the type of the poem. A Thing of Beauty is romantic poetry focusing on feelings, nature, imagination, and personal experiences. This poem shows how nature and beauty can inspire and lift our spirits, reflecting the romantic idea that these things can make us feel better and more hopeful. In this context, romantic doesn't mean love or romance like it often does today. It refers to a style of poetry that values emotions and nature. Third is structure of the poem. The poem is written in heroic couplets. This means each pair of lines has the same rhythm and rhyme with each other, following a pattern like AA, BB, CC, DD. Heroic couplets are 2 lines of poetry that rhyme and have regular rhythm called iambic pentameter, where each line has 10 syllables. Let's break down the term iambic pentameter. What is an iambic? A pattern of syllables with one soft syllable followed by one strong syllable. What is a pentameter? 5 pairs of these syllables in a line. An example has been shown to you. Each line has 10 syllables in 5 pairs with a soft strong pattern, making it an iambic pentameter. Next point and analysis is theme of the poem. First, the lasting nature of beauty. Keats celebrates the idea that beauty is eternal and unchanging, providing endless joy and delight. This lasting quality ensures that beauty never fades or diminishes. It is continuously uplifting and inspiring. Second, Beauty as a source of comfort. The poem highlights how beauty offers comfort and tranquility as a refuge from life's difficulties. It provides solace, good health, and peaceful dreams, serving as a calming influence amid turmoil. Third, the role of beauty in overcoming despair. Keats explores how beauty helps counteract feelings of despair and gloom. It acts as a source of hope and renewal, providing a sense of connection to the world. Keats mentions the sun and moon to show a natural beauty that is always present and reliable. Trees and flowers like daffodils and musk rose blooms provide peace and symbolize nature's beauty surrounding us. Clear streams or clear rills create a cooling and refreshing image suggesting nature's way of soothing us. The image of trees providing shade for sheep shows how nature cares for all living things. The description of rich forests with blooming flowers paints a picture of a vibrant and lively natural world. Next point in analysis is symbolism. First, beauty as eternal. Keats uses the symbol of an endless fountain of immortal drink to represent beauty's never-ending and life-giving qualities. Second, beauty as comfort. A quiet bower and peaceful sleep symbolize the rest and comfort that beauty provides. Third, overcoming darkness. Some shape of beauty moves away the pall, symbolizing how beauty lifts the sadness and darkness from our lives, bringing light and hope. This concludes the explanation of the poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. If you are looking for Class 12's English chapter or poem summaries, themes, vocabulary, MCQs, important passages, and question answers, including extract-based questions, please visit our website www.misroclassroom.com. Stay tuned. We'll meet again to discuss Vistas Chapter 1, The Third Level by Jack Finney. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Bye-bye.